we're back on another exciting episode. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. On another exciting episode of Star Family Boy, where we have a casual, an informal conversation about Star Trek. Today we're focused on Star Trek Picard Season 2, Episode 6, 2 of 1. But for those of you who might be watching, we're late. We usually do this on Sunday at 2 p.m. And the reason we're late is because Braxton and I, two of this crew, two of the three of us, we're away in Mission Chicago. And we just got back, so we're trying to catch up so we're not too far behind for our episode discussions. Damn, my voice is gone. This was happening to everyone at the convention. How's your voice, Braxton?
Oh, now that you say it, I feel like my voice feels like a little scratchy. I feel like I talked a lot this week.
Marcelo, you're gonna have to do the heavy lifting on this because Braxton and I are so spent.
Oh, I can. No, I got you guys. I got you.
But but the environments were loud. We spent a lot of time in bars and restaurants. You spend a lot of time in bars, restaurants, and conventions, shouting for 3 days, and your voice.
Yeah,
it's true.
No, I'm surprised you guys haven't got the con flu. Or usually
that comes later. Although I have a special presentation that I'm doing that I already started working on, which I'm going to release hopefully this week, just about my experience because it was my first convention. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all the people who are regular convention goers because they prepared me for this. So if I get any of those things, it's going to be way less because I did all the prevention. I took my vitamin C, I took my zinc, and then because of the first the first night I was there, I drank a little too much, but the second and the rest of the nights I controlled myself because I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not going to put my friends through that."
The last thing you wanted them to do is pick you off the floor every night, did you?
Right. Well,
Starfleet wasn't nearly that bad. He just gets very flirtatious.
I get flirtatious apparently. I'm so sorry. Well, I do that online, but it's different.
Yeah. So wait a minute.
But it's cool though. It's totally fine. Yeah, it's totally cool. Totally good.
So you're a happy drunk then. You're not an angry drunk.
My profile, my personality profile is the lover. No, not sexual, just loving thing. I love to love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Love. So I think that comes into play. You have to learn to kind of, you can't just be crazy loving like I do for Star Trek Picard.
And Starfleet Boy is also very generous. He got drunk and he ordered multiple orders of buffalo wings for people that he was partying with, but nobody wanted any except him.
I ate them all. I ate them all, Marcelo. That's my so. Anyways, what I was gonna say is that Tex Trek is gonna do a stream tomorrow, recapping all the nitty gritty details of the convention, and he's a regular convention goer, so that'll be an interesting perspective. I'll be on there, so I don't want to give away too much of what's going on in the convention. Are you joining that stream, Braxton? He invited us. I think he invited us. I don't know if Tex Trek, if you're in the audience, are we invited?
I will. I had a great experience,
Yeah.
And if I'm invited, sure, I'll come and talk about it and share it with you.
Sweet. And then Trek on the Tube is doing a special audio presentation. I don't know when that'll come out, though. And then you'll see a video, pre-recorded video from me.
But all the amazing pictures from everybody this weekend from down in Chicago was amazing. I particularly liked one image that somebody shared on Facebook of a model of the Strange New Worlds Enterprise. I love that thing.
I don't know if you saw. I don't think that was mine. I didn't post it to Facebook. But yeah, that model in person was beautiful, Marcelo.
Oh man, I loved it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Did you see it, Braxton?
I shared it on my Twitter. I'm sorry, Braxton.
Oh no, and it's fine. I don't remember seeing it, dude. Let me look on your Twitter right quick, dude.
No, but I think you liked it.
I didn't post it on my Twitter. I sent it to here. Let me open.
Dude, these past couple of days, I've been looking at so many pictures and stuff, dude, and liking so much stuff, dude. Just a mass, just scrolling.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, it's been It's been
I'm
cool
downloading my photos
last
to
couple
my. Oh, I've got them already down. Wow, my computer already downloaded. This is magic. Wow. I'm not going to share too many of these photos, but I'll share that picture of the Enterprise Marcelo, and then we'll kick off our Picard discussion. You'll do the I guess the recap, so that we
Me?
can. Why is my watch?
Yeah, Marcelo, that's
Ding.
really nice, dude. I'm looking at it now, dude. That looks great.
Yeah.
There we go. Turned off.
I
my
didn't
watch.
like it though, dude. I
You
like
didn't-
it now.
Neither
though.
did Toddy. Toddy does not
Okay,
like it
okay.
either. I love it. And seeing it in person, looking at it from like different angles, like made me fall more in love with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like the photo of the ship. I'm just saying that I didn't like his like Twitter post of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Toddy's
Mhm.
post?
No,
Oh,
Marcelo.
see.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
look at
Yeah.
it. I don't think I saw it.
Um,
All right, Marcel, here you go. I got a picture for you. Oh, wait, no. I don't have one yet. Hold on. One,
2
and then two. Hold on.
and
Good grief. Okay, there's the angle. This is a
good
nice
grief,
angle.
Charlie Brown.
This is the second angle, and then one more angle that I have here for you. All right. And here we go. So, oh, wait. Okay. Let's see if I can share this. How come it's not sharing? I hate when you update your software and you have to give everything permission. Does that ever happen to you guys?
Yeah.
Um,
mhm.
As an Apple user, that's only happened to me a couple times when I use a couple programs that after the new software gets updated. Ooh. Oh my god, I love that thing. After the new
That
software
looks so nice,
gets
dude.
up, oh my god, I love that thing. I love even the spinny red wheel thing. What are those called? The
Bizarre collectors or the
Yeah, yeah,
Bizarre.
yeah,
I think they're
yeah.
called the Bizarre Ram scoops at this.
That's what the
period.
red things are.
The red things, yeah.
Oh, I love that thing.
They're named after the person who like invented them. I guess his last name is Bizarre. I think I'm not
They
sure.
remind me. To me they look like nipples,
Oh, interesting.
like that. Like
Yes.
the
So-
Enterprise.
I wish
yeah,
my
yeah. Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
this
Sorry,
is
guys.
a late
I'm really
night.
immature.
This is a late night show. I wish my nipples did that, but because I would have Star Trek and I would have Enterprise. But do you see in the background Captain Pike standing tall and proud, looking at his ship with like that
Yeah.
expression?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite part about this photo.
Yeah.
This
And then
is-
here's my
and-
other photo
Oh, that's cool.
showing
Yeah.
a rear view, but you can see reflected the top
nacelles.
view up there.
Yeah.
See that?
Really great.
Uh-huh.
Was
That's
this
great,
thing-
dude.
Was this thing for sale or was it just a display piece?
There's a model kit that you can buy, and I bought it, and I'm going to build it, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, you bought that?
I
I
wish.
bought no, not this size. This is huge. This is like this is on loan from the Star Trek archive, so it looks like this might be the original.
Model from Johnny's?
It may be, or like whoever crafted it, but it was definitely an in-house thing.
Model.
Model. Yeah. I read I should have taken pictures of all that stuff's online, but I should have taken pictures of all the little placards
Yeah.
that
yeah,
told you
I
what
need
it
to-
was.
Yeah, I need to find somebody to build me a model of this ship.
This is you could build it yourself, and Eagle Moss has it. You can just order the Eagle Moss one.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I can have my grandfather build it for me.
Oh, there you go.
Your grandfather could make that, dude?
Yeah, no, but if I buy the kit, my grandfather can
Oh
put it
yeah, oh
together.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll buy the kit, yeah.
I
You
think
said
there's one.
You said Eagle Moss has it?
Yeah, you can get this from Eagle Moss. Oh, here, Marcel, I have a video for you. Let's see if this loads. All right, I'm going to show you a little video. All right, here we go.
I like the deflector dish, dude. I think it looks really good.
Hey, Borgat.
Hey.
Jill, sorry, we're on a tangent. If you're still there, we're gonna get started on the Picard
Yes,
discussion.
we promise,
I just,
we promise.
I promise you. I just want to show. Oh, I don't have my Jordy Bear with me. I was gonna show Jill.
I love
on the
this
screen.
thing.
But here's one more thing.
I saw so many people with that bear this weekend. I want it.
All right, here you go. Ready? This is a video. Let's see. There we go. Look at the Bizarre collectors. They
Collectors,
spin.
they're spinning. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I really like how the nacelles kind of have that Kelvin look to them. If you notice, they kind of look like the Kelvin struts. Or is that just me?
No, they don't look like the Kelvin struts.
All right, fine.
This ship is more akin to the refit
Original ship?
No, the refit 1701 Constitution class from the motion picture.
Motion picture. Okay.
Yeah, this is almost a direct kind of design homage to that. If I were to venture to say anything about it, but yeah, the Kelvin the Kelvin Connie has a round. Well, I don't have her here. She's in my display case.
And it's actually fatter. It's a lot fatter than because.
Well, it's huge. It's huge. It's the size of a Galaxy class starship. I'm not even joking. That's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're making complete sense. Shall we get to it, boys? Because
yes,
we're gonna be here all
Marcelo,
night.
tell us about this episode of Star Trek Picard.
Well, I'm not much for summary, so what I'll do is I'll just tell you the basic gist of this episode. In this episode, Captain Picard and his gang of misfits getting charged with having to speak to Renee Picard to sort of boost up her confidence because for some reason unknown to us, Q is sort of trying to convince her not to make the space flight to a specific place. So it's up to Picard and the rest of his gang to go and infiltrate this party and somehow talk to Renee. So that's the basic gist of this episode. I will be the Debbie Downer of this live stream, and I will say,
how do you know we're going to be the Debbie Uppers or
because you guys are all
Paulina Upper?
You guys are always the positive people. I'm the one that always brings the.
I don't think we're always like that.
Yeah,
everyone's a little different every day. I'm not positive right now. I'm tired. I just flew off a plane. What do you think?
Actually, you do look just a little bit jet lagged.
I am. I'm quite jet lagged. I'm doing this because it's my passion. I love Star Trek. I also missed you. I haven't hung out with you. But anyways, go be to your Debbie Downer. Tell us what's good. What's up?
I felt that this episode was completely unnecessary. I thought that the goal of this episode could have been reached within the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, if they really wanted to talk to Renee Picard that much, Picard would have found a better way, because this episode really felt like filler to me. It felt like a bunch of filler and unnecessary things. And I just want to say one thing, and then I'll pass it over to you two gentlemen. Like when Picard got hit by the car, I was like, he's an android, so okay. If he got hit by the car, he obviously would be knocked out, but he shouldn't be in a coma. If he's an android, so how does an android go into a coma? Like that didn't sit well with me. This episode just really felt like the past couple episodes of Picard have been okay to me, but they've been kind of disappointing because I feel that the season started off really strong, but the last couple episodes have been like, it's like in the middle of the road, and it's not progressing for me. At least that's what I feel. What do you guys think about it?
Well, I just want to address one thing before I share my thoughts. Borgatti in the audience, Jill, says he's not an android, and that's perfectly. I think that's totally true and correct. Remember he's not enhanced. In fact, they go out of their way to point out that he has no enhancements. The way you watch Battlestar Galactica, right?
Yes.
He's like a Cylon. Just think of him as a Cylon. I think that's like a really good way of thinking it. Like you could totally gut him. He can get hurt. Well,
okay.
Yeah. So like that part you shouldn't worry about. I think.
Okay. I shouldn't. I shouldn't be so critical of that part then.
Yeah, Braxton, what did you think?
Dude, I thought this episode was good. We got advancement of Agnes and the Borg Queen. So that was a big thing that happened. Picard got hit by a car, and we're gonna see like next week. Like why he's in a coma when Laris goes into his mind. We saw the evil of Adam Sung. Like I was appalled by the things that he would do in order to preserve life. Like he was so mean to Jean-Luc in the gala. And then he tried to kill that beautiful young lady, dude. Tried to run her over with the car, dude. Like, dude, that's terrible. And then you hit a 90-year-old man, dude. That, you know what? That man should go to hell, dude.
He's terrible. He's the worst.
And then
I think the Soongs get worse in the past because Noonien Soong's all right if I remember. I mean, he was a little shady.
And then on top of that,
a little.
Wait, what did he do? I can't. He did shady.
Unleashed on our world, dude.
Yeah,
like
I
feel like huge monumental things happened during this episode, dude.
If this is a filler episode, Marcelo, it's like one of the best filler episodes I've ever seen, just because it was so fun. Like, you might not have been vibing with that stuff, but for me, like, when Girardi's singing that song by Pat Benatar, right? What's it called?
I have no idea.
I'll have to look it up now.
Dude, that was the Borg Queen singing that song.
And
dude.
then
Girardi would not know that.
That's
song,
right. Sorry,
dude.
but you know what I mean. Like, but it's Alison Pill. Just she can sing. Like how later Raffi says, "Well, Agnes can sing." Like we know, like she totally like. So that was like a highlight for it. But also the other thing that was super touching to me was like I love when Star Trek does things like the scene between Rene Picard and Jean-Luc. Like that was really cool because earlier this season we were being shown everyone experiences fear, right? And some people, when we experience fear, we submit to it and then let it overrun us, and that happens to everyone. It happens to everyone at different points in their life. And then so that's what Q was kind of like encouraging in Rene Picard. He's been like Q. Remember, Q's very malevolent in this series. Like he's the worst I've ever seen. He's doing things that like I'm like Q, like have you no honor, sir, kind of stuff. And so he's been chipping away at her confidence for who knows how long, and really messing with her head. And Jean-Luc was able to fix it because he's fucking family. And he knows her. He knows how she thinks. Like when he's telling her those things, he's talking about himself. Like the Picards suffer. Like they have their own things, and like he's heard about it. He knows the history. He knows also like there's just things like that you experience. When you're part of a family like that are passed on for good things and bad things, right? So he was able to appeal to her. And it like worked, and she was laughing at the end, and she was smiling. She had her confidence up. He reminded her of the ship, hanging on the wall, and then you saw how excited she was. Like that to me was exciting too, because like Jean-Luc was like when Jean-Luc touched the Phoenix, like in First Contact. To me, that was like a scene that was evocative of that kind of thing. Like when she looked up at her, I think she called it the spike because of the engine or whatever, right? I forget the exact model of the spacecraft. And that's a cool spacecraft. I think that is based on a NASA, an actual NASA design. I think there is going to be a ship being built that looks like that that we might see. If I'm not mistaken, I read a lot of stuff, and so there are things that jumbled in my head. But if I'm not mistaken, that ship is very similar to an actual ship that NASA's working on, or a prototype or something like that. So it may launch in 2024, actually. I don't know. So I loved all that stuff about it. And I was pleased that if we are saying it is a filler episode, I was also pleased that it was only 30 minutes long. Without the recap, it was very short and sweet and over with. And I love it when, that's one of the things when I used to talk to Trek on the Tube, we were saying, like, if you're going to make a show for streaming, don't tell more or less than the story. Like make like if your story needs to be an hour and a half, tell it in an hour and a half. If it needs to be in a half hour, tell it in a half hour. And it looks like Star Trek Picard, is kind of following. Discovery does it too, and I think Strange New Worlds will be a little bit more formatted.
Strange New Worlds it better be 45 minutes, or I'm gonna come for Akiva Goldsman.
Your deal breakers are so funny.
Sorry, guys. For anybody listening right now, I'm weird. So
and you're joking, probably.
That. Yeah, I'm joking. I seriously, I love Akiva Goldsman. I would never come for that man. I love him.
I didn't have a chance to look at that in detail, but because I was at the convention, but I did see there was a lot of attention around that tweet. Jill says, "Did you read the newspaper Jurg posted? Adam Sung is a monster." And well, just from the episode, you see like,
Mhm.
all the articles call him like a mad scientist, like
Who's worse?
unethical.
Who's worse, Adam Sung or Gul Dukat?
Well, no, but you can only compare them to the Soongs. He's the worst Soong I've seen.
Okay,
Like,
but on a scale of evil, right? Like if you
oh,
if you
Goldie murdered like millions.
okay, so it's, yeah,
Like
sorry,
Marcelo. Like
that was a dumb question. Sorry.
Adam Soong tried to murder one person, failed, and may murder a man from the future. So he's like not as bad. Although he is a bad kind of dude. He's not. We find out that Corey, the character Corey, played by Issa Briones. Oh my god, I want to talk about the convention because I saw Issa Briones speak and she's really awesome. So I'll just say, Issa Briones, you're awesome. But
I adore
Corey,
Issa Briones. She's really good.
Corey learns that she's like, what, there was like 10 other clones before her.
So what? She's number 11 then.
What's that?
If there were 10 other clones before her, then she has to be number 11, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making a number
Okay,
up.
gotcha.
But there's a
Yeah.
lot though. Yeah,
There's a lot,
There's a
right?
lot.
Yeah.
you see a lot of little girls' pictures, and it seems like maybe she's like the oldest one.
Yeah,
You know,
she's the
like
one who's
she's
survived the longest. It's
Mhm.
still, it's like he's like Tarka, this character, Adam, to me,
Mhm.
because on the one hand, I can't abide
He's
by
ba-
his like methods and stuff like that. To me, he's just like horrible. But on the other hand, like, is in his demented way, is he trying to have a kid, like a legacy? I think Brent Spiner said something like that he's demented, but he's doing it from an impulse that we all have, which is to create a legacy for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, to like pass on what, here's, and it's interesting because here we have the Soongs always seem to create their progeny.
Mhm.
And it's interesting because like that's what he's doing, and then later it's the kids from the eugenics, the Eric's,
Mhm.
Eric's experiments, the
Mhm.
those guys, those are all like genetically grown, I think. And
Mhm.
then of course then they, after that, they switch to artificial life forms with Noonien and Soong, and Data starts. And then what's his name, Alton Soon, is a cyberneticist as well. Interesting. This is cool. I just
Um,
love those layers.
I think
Yeah.
I think parents who want to save their children, I think they do whatever they can, but there has to be a point where they have to acknowledge that what they're doing is doing more harm than actually than actually doing good. So I think he's really past that point, and I think that he is so far gone that he doesn't realize how much damage he's doing or how much damage he's already done to himself.
And
Um,
I'm also very entertained by Brent Spiner's performance. Like, I think he's just really doing something new, and bringing a new flavor. I mean, it's some people have been like, stop having Brent Spiner play Soongs, but I love it. As long as he wants to do it, I'm happy for him to do
Mhm.
it because
He's
he
good at
brings it.
it.
Yeah, he's really good at it. Borgatti says we really don't know how many Adam Soong will be killing in the Confederation timeline. That is true. So if you ask in the Confederation timeline who's worse, Guldu, Kot, or Adam Soong, I would say that it would probably be whoever Soong's descendant is. um, Interestingly enough, do you guys think that Adam, this is his last chance to have someone? Do you think that Corey's gonna survive? Because like, how
um,
will the Soong line be perpetuated
I
uh,
I
if
feel like
there's no?
somehow Corey, like, I don't know. I feel like this is a big piece of it. Corey's like a big piece of it. I feel like somehow it's gonna play out that Corey like has to like die in order for like history to be like right.
Yep.
You know, I don't know. Like there are interesting puzzle thrown into the mix of factors, and I feel like their importance is more than just giving Brent Spiner a role and having him to like try to run down Picard. I feel like it's more, you know. So I don't know. I'm super interested in that storyline. But my favorite storyline of the show is the Borg Queen. Like she's so funny, dude, and and I love how like like she keeps like tempting Alice. She's like, "Ooh, Alice, like let me help. Like I can do this," and like she keeps like giving her the keys, and then ultimately she's gonna take the whole damn car. She just gonna fucking take it. Ooh, sorry.
Yes. I mean we're on at night, but yeah,
Okay.
this is part of our Starfleet Boy regular stream, but it's good. You're good. You're good.
The
Sorry,
Borg Queen
Marcel, were
gets
you
me
gonna say?
excited. I'm sorry,
No,
dude.
it's you. She kicked. I love it when you were like, I told you this in Chicago, but I loved it when you were like, she kicked down the door.
Yeah, dude.
No, actually, you know what? You know what? You know what? She was like Al Pacino in Heat. She kicked down the door and she said, "Everybody up!
Yeah.
Dude, she
Everybody up!"
came through and
Um,
kicked down the door, dude.
Marcelo, we also saw Annie Wershing speak on the
Oh,
panel,
cool,
and
cool.
she's so cool. She's hilarious. She wore a green crown so
Mhm.
that everyone would know
Awesome.
who she
Mhm.
is. Because it's true, I would not have recognized her
Yeah. And
had
now,
I
if I
not
was,
looked her
yeah,
up. Had I
if I
not looked
was,
her up, I would not have recognized her with the Borg Queen makeup.
But
yeah, if
she's so like I know they use a voice effect on the show, but her voice sounds different. Like Rafi, the actress who plays Rafi, like sound like
like
Michelle Hurd
Rafi.
sounds like Rafi. Like the person who plays the Borg Queen does not sound like the Borg Queen.
No, but she's really good. As an actress, she's really good at changing her voice. Because I believe I may be wrong on this. I believe that she started out in Broadway, and she actually had to. If I'm right about this, she had to play. I'm probably not right about this, but I do know that she's very good at uh, playing with her voice, so she can change it on command to make it sound different.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress. She had a lot of fans in the audience as well from other shows. I didn't know her except from Enterprise, and I had a
Mhm.
Yeah.
really brief moment where I was able to like speak to her because they didn't mention her Enterprise episode on the panel. So I was like, Miss Warshing, you didn't mention your
Miss
others that
Worshing.
you're. You have to say you don't know if people want to be called by
Respect,
their
right?
first name or
Respect.
last. Yeah,
Mhm.
you of all people.
Yeah.
Of all
Sorry, sorry,
people,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
man.
I'm an awful person. Kick me off the
um,
stream. No, I'm kidding.
and it's Ms. or Miss.
Miss
I think
Worshing.
Ms. is how you
Ms.
say it
Worshing?
when you don't know if someone's married or not. But
I don't think she
anyways, I'm
is.
sure it's. On Starfleet Boy we're casual and informal, so we're by first name basis. But I was not on Starfleet Boy; I was in the real world. So, but anyways, I asked her about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, but the panels are like they're on like a time limit and everything like that. So it was about Picard, so it's okay that it wasn't mentioned." And then I was gonna go get an autograph for her from her, but by the time I got there, they had already beamed back to the to 2024. So
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I'll have to
Damn.
catch her at the next one. At the next one,
No,
we got
she's
some.
a.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I really feel bad for Girardi this season because Girardi has her character really did a 180 for me from last season to this season. Her performance this season, I feel, has been so much better than it was in season one, and I feel really bad for her because I feel that as a character, she's getting used and twisted, and I really hope that she's able to find her way out of the Borg Queen's clutches at some point in this season. Um, I don't,
Yeah, she
I
doesn't
don't,
get she Girardi never gets a good hand, unfortunately. But
yeah.
she does it really like she still
She,
excites me as a character, and I think this season there's more of an emphasis on her, and we're really seeing Alison Pill shine
she's like
with what she does.
she's like the O'Brien of the Picard series because
Hmm.
it's like it's like Michael Chabon and Terry Metalis are like, she's gonna be the O'Brien of our series. We're gonna make her suffer a lot.
More a little bit. Let's back up just for a second. I want to point out about Adam Soong because he's pretty bad. Jill says that he performed disgusting genetic experiments on homeless veterans. Yeah, that is terrible.
Oof.
Mm.
That is super terrible. So yeah, he's actually, in my eyes, he's just as bad as Gul Dukat.
Oh no, Gold Cut's worse. I think.
No, that's terrible. Wow. Here's a cool question. Hey Ed, nice to see you in our YouTube audience. Could all male Soongs, Adam, Alton, Noonien, be clones of the same man? Thus, why no wife or mother ever seems necessary? That is a cool idea. I actually kind of like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's really interesting. And maybe Noonien didn't want to do that anymore. And that's why he went to androids.
But yeah,
He
but
was
the
trying to
thing
get
is-
Data
Yeah,
was
but-
his Data and Laura and B4 were his attempts at making the next him because they were all in his image, so it makes complete sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
It does.
the thing is, if I was a brilliant scientist, why wouldn't I build myself a wife? Like-
A wife?
Yeah,
He
I'm
did.
like,
He actually, when his wife died,
did he?
Noonien
Did
Soong,
he?
when his wife died, he built an android version of her.
Yeah.
And then she
And
divorced him. And she left. Which is badass. I love Julianne Taymor.
Because she
Data's
started
mom.
like malfunctioning.
No, yeah,
Oh my
that part was sad. But Data fixed her. Data, her son, fixed her. I love
Oh
it.
my
Mhm.
And
God.
Jordy, I think Jordy helped. That was so
Oh,
sweet.
Isn't that
God.
terrible, dude? Like he she
So did-
died and she made an android. That was her. And then she like left him, dude. Like, damn, dude. Wow.
She left him, got married to someone else, had a happy life, good
Mhm.
life. Totally was like chilling. Never knew
I'm
she was
sorry.
an android.
Never knew she was an android, dude. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, wow. I never knew she was an android. So, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Mhm.
I hope she never knew. That was his intention, was
Yeah,
for
uh-huh.
her to, and in a way it was the fulfillment of his experiment, because to her there's no difference between who she was. She's actually the first. Holy shit! She's the first Jean-Luc, the JL.
And
That's
so
the
that's what I
same
was
thing that
thinking.
happened. I never even
That's
thought
what
about
hit my
that.
brain. That there
Like,
was like some kind
yeah.
of like, that we've
Yeah,
seen these before.
the same thing that
you know?
happened to Data's mom happened to Jean-Luc, and so their son brought Jean-Luc back to life. Wow, I never even thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow, dude.
That's crazy. Data would have done the same thing. This is a moment. We're having a moment here. Thanks for that question.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Mhm.
Jill agrees. Yes, I think Soongs are clones of Adam, and Soji is a clone of Persephone. Yeah, that's a beautiful
I
name too.
I want Dodge. I want Dodge back. I'm gonna die on that hill. I don't care how they have. Oh, come on. You know what? I need to start bothering Terry Metalis on Twitter.
Oh wow. You heard it here first. Marcel's gonna
I'm gonna
bother
start-
Terry
Dude, he's gonna
Metalis
block you,
on
dude.
Twitter. Yeah, don't
Nah,
get blocked.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna like. I may send him one tweet asking about just one. I'm not gonna send him like 50 tweets a day. I don't.
He
do that.
seems really friendly. He tweets a lot. You might
Yeah,
answer
no,
your questions.
Yeah, no, I've every time that I've tweeted.
Just hopefully you won't
something-
ask
yeah.
a trick question like you did last time. When we
Oh,
were
bull! Sure. But the last time I asked a question to a Star Trek writer, I didn't get it all right, but at least I communicated what I was going for. I thought.
Ed
I
goes
think
on
I
to
did.
say it could explain why, after many generations, why his insanity and narcissistic tendencies grow. But I think that Noonien. My impression is that Noonien was the lead. Well, I don't know. We might find out dark things about Noonien soon as well. I have to revisit like his file to find out what it says about Noonien. But as far as I remember, he was like the lead. He still did bad kind of shady things, but the Soongs got worse as we kept meeting them going backwards in time.
Do you guys?
I think
it'll
Alton
be-
Soong might be the nicest Soong. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
That's
Actually,
okay.
go on. Sorry.
Do you guys think it would be such a bad idea to have? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Brent Spiner, but do you guys think it would be such a bad idea to have another actor play another version of Sung at some point?
I don't see anything wrong with that, but like I said, as long as Brent Spiner wants to do it, that's my preference, is to see him do all the Soongs. I enjoy Brent Spiner's performance style, and I just want him to be in Star Trek as much as he wants to.
Mhm.
Okay, well, yeah.
Hey,
I
you
mean,
know who the character is, dude?
He
It's
and
like,
he yeah,
oh,
and he's bringing
that
it
must
like
be a film.
100%. Yeah.
and plus, I can guarantee you, I take this to the bank. It's probably not going to happen, but you can take this to the bank. I can guarantee you, he's going to come back as Data, as somehow next season. I know it. I feel it.
Whether it's in a memory or
Yeah,
something.
it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to
Mhm.
happen, but it's going to happen.
You
Let's
know,
talk.
who knows? Like the whole
Okay.
next season could be like about like Jean-Luc like in a coma and remembering people.
Oh my
And
god.
that's why like Geordi's in it and Worf is in it, and Beverly's in it, is because like
That's interesting.
he's in like a coma or something and
I
he's like remembering them.
Sorry, Braxton. I don't mean to laugh, but the minute you said that, I was like, "Damn it! The whole season's going to be like this Inception stuff."
Mhm. That'd be crazy, but yeah, it could be,
Yeah, it would be good work.
I like where whatever we don't know the end game yet of this season, but I'm really entertained so far. Like they're really doing a good job at keeping me, interested in what's happening next. And I can't say I didn't hear it. I only saw visually the next week's little. Oh no, I did hear it actually. I
No,
watched
I
it again
did.
late at night.
No, yeah,
And next episode, Monsters. Is it called Monsters?
yeah,
That
it
looks
looks good.
insane. Like
It looks
I'm no spoilers, but if you guys want to check that out, go on to
I
Star
haven't
Trek.
watched it yet, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
interesting.
yeah, it looks
I'm just
it
gonna
looks
say
really
that
good.
like Guinan's doing some stuff in that trailer, and that's all I'll say.
Damn, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
And
Wow.
I know.
Laris too. She's doing some stuff also in
Yeah.
that trailer.
I
Uh,
saw the Borg Queen like running on like cars and stuff, like,
yeah,
but
no,
that's all I
no,
really remember.
that's like, that's we're giving away too much about it. But any other thoughts on Girardi and the Borg Queen before we move on to Renee Picard?
Dude, so I love
Um,
seeing Girardi be the puppet of the Borg Queen. Like I said, like Girardi's in trouble and Borg Queen's like, oh, like I can help. And she like keeps giving her the keys and keeps giving her the keys. And then ultimately, like I said, she's gonna steal it, you know. So
We've been
yeah,
saying we've been saying those of us who know the Borg Queen, the audience, we've been saying all throughout the season that she's really playing on the edge of like fire here,
yeah.
and so Girardi finally messed like that was the Borg Queen tonight's episode was her master stroke because she manipulated Girardi into letting out endorphins, and we found
Mhm.
out from earlier in the season that the way the Borg Queen controls you is to rush you with endorphins and make you
Mhm.
like very very satisfied and happy and
Mhm.
complacent, and then
yeah.
she's got you.
And then
In
she's
other
got
words,
you,
make
dude.
yeah. In
Yeah,
other
did you
words,
see? Oh, go
Mhm.
ahead, sorry.
yeah. No, in other words, of make you really horny, right?
No, endorphins are
No, make you excited, right? That's not a
endorphins are like a high, like you get high.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
high.
squirting
like
over here.
working
Sorry.
out gives you endorphins, like dancing gives you endorphins, like
Or watching your
yeah.
Yeah.
favorite show actually gives you endorphins as well. Like a
Mhm.
lot
Watching
of
Star
things.
Trek for us.
Yes, I get endorphins. I get a rush from Star Trek like I did when the Borg Queen took over Girardi.
Yeah.
That gave me quite a rush
Yeah,
of excitement.
I mean, I really really liked. I mean, this is going to sound really bad, but it's not that bad. I really liked looking at Allison Pill throughout this episode. I thought the dress that she was wearing
Fabulous.
amazing,
Yeah, it's a good dress.
she's really pretty. So
What in particular? Like, did you love the color? You love the shape? Like,
no, I just like when girls wear red. Red is my color. So
mhm.
Hey, I'm wearing red right now.
Yeah. But
It's a Picard tunic. Look, I can do this now. I can do the Picard maneuver.
oh yeah, that's right, the Picard thing. Yeah, but I really really liked that dress. I just did.
It was a
She looks
beautiful
great.
dress.
She looks great. I wonder if it's. I haven't looked, but it looks like a. I want to say it's a Valentino. What?
Thinking of a beautiful dress, dude. Like, so as I rewatched the show tonight, that dress that Seven of Nine was wearing,
Yes.
like Jerry Ryan looked literally like a
Oh, I don't have
million
pictures. I don't
bucks.
have screenshots tonight. I'm
Oh
sorry, guys.
my gosh, dude. I was like, damn,
My
wow, dude, she looks
the
stunning.
Yeah, no, Jerry Ryan. I mean,
Dude, she
Jerry
looks
Ryan.
stunning.
Yeah, Jerry Ryan is is my second favorite Star Trek character of all time, and my mouth was on the floor. I'm like, oh my god, don't do this to me, Jerry Ryan. You're killing me.
Dude,
She's
was
just great.
stunning. I was like, wow. Like
Yeah,
somebody was talking about how she didn't talk very much in this episode, dude. All she
yeah,
had to do was sit
it
back and
was.
look good in that dress, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was. I mean, when I was watching the episode with with my other friend who was also a big Seven of Nine fan, she made that point. It's like, Did Seven have any lines this episode? I'm like, I don't think so. I think that she was just in the background, looking fabulous. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Rafi really looked beautiful in her dress as well. You know, like I like
Yeah.
how like wounded Rafi is. Like Rafi's like real hesitant about everything. She's like, "Ooh, Rios, like, you know, like don't start a relationship with that woman. Like it's gonna be built on lies." She's just like, "No, no, no." And then she like looks over at Seven of Nine and be like, "Ooh, wow, she looks stunning." And
She
then like
did.
she
Yeah, that's
like
true.
told Rios no again. And then she looked over at that boy, dude, and she thought that she saw Eleanor.
Yes, that was creepy. It scared the frack out of me. I didn't want to talk about it because I met Evan Evagora, and he knew who I was, which was very awesome.
Oh my
And he
god,
signed this picture. I
that's
don't know if you guys
cool.
can see it.
Oh
Yay!
yeah.
So I got
Yeah,
this.
you gotta get that frame,
Will
buddy.
you read it for the audience?
It just says, "Jolan True Sohail, live long and prosper, Starfleet boy."
That's
And then
cool.
it's his signature.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then speaking of Rafi, I might as well. Yay! And Michelle Hurd, you were there. We were all talking to Michelle Hurd, right? Braxton,
Dude,
were you with us?
Michelle Hurd
She
is
was
amazing.
amazing.
She's such a good interviewer. Oh
Yeah,
wow. She's so impressive. Such a professional.
she's
Yeah.
awesome. We want we want a Stargazer show so that Rafi, Rios, Elnor, Seven. I thought I wanted a Fenris Rangers show, but I think I want a Stargazer
No,
show.
no,
Like I think I do.
no. I
Yeah.
still want. I still look. I am such a 709 fan. If Alex Kurtzman came to me tomorrow and said, "You have a choice between a Stargazer show or a Fenris Rangers TV show," I'm saying Fenris Rangers all the way.
You know, it would
Cause
probably be really hard to get Jerry Ryan to do a
a
solo
full time
show
show, yeah.
because she's so rich. You know, she was married to that real rich man, and she got all that money when she left him.
She
And I
might
feel,
want to do it for. She might not want to. But she's busy. I could understand that she might want to do other stuff as well. But she might want to. It doesn't matter if you're rich. She could do a whole full
she
time
like,
show if she wants to.
Well, yeah, but actually, she actually got remarried. Like I think
We're not. This is not a gossip show. We're talking about
I know.
Picard. This is not a gossip. We're not here to talk
I
about
just
how
wanna,
rich Jerry Ryan
yeah, no,
is,
I just
or who
wanna,
she's married to, or
I just want
how.
yeah,
No.
I know that, but I just want to say this one thing. She got remarried. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, last time you accused an actor of being pregnant, I don't believe your gossip stuff. I don't
All
want
right,
to hear
fine,
it.
don't
I don't
believe
want
me.
it on my
Fine, don't
show.
believe me.
This is
Fine,
not.
I'm,
This is not like
I'm
that
leaving.
show.
I'm gone.
No, no,
Goodbye.
stay. But just don't talk about the.
All
Stick
right,
to the
personal stuff.
show,
Okay,
man.
All right.
Stick to the casual, informal discussion about the no. But
Stick to the program.
I
Stick to
did
the
go
program.
off topic by showing off those signatures, so
Right. So you kind of,
it's my fault. But
it's fine.
but speaking of Raffi, one of the moments that really you were talking about it earlier, where she and Rios were talking. Just before that, I like that she said no to the alcohol. And she had a moment, like you know what I
yeah,
mean, like that Michelle Hurd's acting is really good in that because
yeah,
she didn't say anything
yeah,
in words, just the fact that she ordered a club soda, but the way she delivered the line with that
yeah.
slight hesitation and everything, like you could
Mhm,
tell it was like bringing up
mhm.
her
She
pain.
wanted some vodka, dude. You know,
I
like.
know. I understand that. I know. I get it. But sometimes you just have to say no. And it was really awesome. I like that. I thought that was a good progression of her kind of character, too. Like, kind of a good way to follow up on her previous struggles with addiction. Michelle Hurd was talking about on the panel about how Rafi is, you know, kind of a character that you're going to see her struggle with a lot of things and stuff like that. And I like that because, you know, people complain about like, oh, no one's poor in the future. Speaking of rich, people complain that no one's poor in the future, but you know,
Ralphie was living in a trailer, dude.
yeah, but like that doesn't, to me, what happens in the 24th, what it tells us is, to me, what it tells us is you can have all the resources in the world, but if you're not like fulfilled, you're gonna live. If you're not fulfilled or happy, you're gonna live poorly regardless. You're not gonna like live a happier. So Rafi, maybe
Mm.
for whatever reason, she's choosing to be off the grid. I think her trailer is probably more advanced than a trailer today. That trailer looked really awesome by our standards. Like
Yeah,
it looked like a
yeah, yeah,
shuttlecraft, and I'm sure it had a replicator inside. You know what I mean? Like, so she's not
yeah, yeah,
bumming
yeah,
it or
yeah.
anything like that.
Right,
So
right, right.
Central air conditioning.
but like, because you're in a society, just because you're in a society that doesn't have a problem with wealth, like has unlimited resources, doesn't mean you're not going to have addiction, still, and sadness and depression and all these things. And I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the, you know
I'm
sorry.
You can
sorry that
have.
I attempted to stigmatize Rafi by saying that she lived in a trailer.
It's okay.
No, it's fine. No, it's like I think I think you're right about that, Starfleet Boy. You can have all the riches in the world, but if you're not mentally healthy, it's going to be a struggle for you. So, yeah.
And the thing is that she thought, Rafi, remember, Rafi's a Starfleet officer who was trying to her save the Federation.
Hmm.
She was investigating a Romulan plot, a threat. She unfortunately, and she failed, so that's a huge, like, she failed, she got like let go, she like lost her position, and the Mars attack happened, you know what I mean? Like, and she couldn't prevent it, so she was devastated. So it's like, imagine you had all these leads and clues, but not enough to kind of get to it. So yeah, she's been through a lot. Rafi's a tough, badass character. She's
She
been through a
is.
lot,
She
yeah.
really is. Yeah.
Borgatti says, "I have heard fans object that domestic abuse won't exist in the future. With humans, or when humans are involved, there will be abuse. Yeah, I mean, like, those things don't
Hmm.
go away.
Hmm.
There's more. I think it's like, I think the thing is that, like, in the future that we've seen before with Gene Roddenberry, part of that was like a storytelling choice to not show those things. He was never like specific that those things are don't exist. I think sometimes a character would say that because things like that are much rarer perhaps in the future, like they're not as common as now.
Maybe
Or
because you won't have some of the stressors. I feel like,
yeah.
people
Yeah.
often like fight about money and things like that, and like providing for families and things. And I think that sometimes when you don't have financial stresses, maybe you'll have significantly less violence, but you'll always have, like, for instance, like jealousy and things, So like,
Well, I mean, Captain Kirk and Captain Cisco were ready to punch someone, you know, before they had a chance, like before they could get at them, like they're all,
mhm,
there's still violence in the future.
mhm,
It's just
yeah.
that humans in general, I think, and I think this is still very much true in the modern Star Trek. Humans of the 25th century are just less prone to fall into the negatives of those kinds of things, and I think that's
Mhm.
still evident. Like, when we do see Rafi, we only see Rafi kind of, we don't see the level of, like, despair that you see today. Rafi's like a single character, like, who's going through this stuff. It's different. She's not like part of. We don't see a lot of people like out there smoking snake weed and, like in trailers. Like, this is her life choice. So
Mhm.
this is like things that led her to this point. But anyways, it's hard to talk about a future that doesn't exist.
But I think I think the reason why Rafi is struggling so much is because although she did make that positive choice after season one, she has essentially become the mother figure for Legolas,
Elnor.
Elmo.
Elnor, and since he is now dead, he'll come back. But since he is now dead, that is another stressor. That is another point of failure for Rafi because I guarantee you that she thinks that she failed him in some way.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
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 But she's holding, like the other thing I like is that like just like last season, she has a mission and it's keeping her focus on that. She's convinced that Elnor will come back if they fix the timeline. And I'm with her. I'm team Rafi all the way on this. I'm
Yeah.
like, F everything else. Let's bring Elnor back. Like this is an F situation. Like Elnor doesn't deserve this. Like and I think Jean-Luc is also on team Rafi. Like that's his objective. But he has to think of like, and also we don't really know what the event that changes things is. We're assuming it's the Rene Picard thing. But there's also
what if it's
Corey.
not?
Corey's important too. And if Q cures Corey, say that 3 times fast. Wouldn't that change the timeline? Because it looks like Corey's not meant to survive. Now,
No, but-
Soong did fail in his mission, so maybe she'll die anyways. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's very interesting. I think we covered everything except what did we not cover? Trying to think.
We covered the ball. Oh, we didn't cover the conversation between Jean-Luc and the young lady.
Oh, and no, of course we didn't cover Dr. Teresa and the whole ending. We got to cover that real quick. So, I have a question for you guys for Dr. Teresa. I guess we'll frame this around Rios. Is Rios gonna stay? I get strong vibes that Rios is gonna stay in the past.
But he can't.
He can't. No, he can't. But I think
No,
he
he has to
is
come
going
back.
to.
No, I personally, again, I'm going to be the Debbie Downer of this whole thing. I personally don't like the Teresa and Rios story thing. I'm like, whatever. But with that being said, I think that Rios is going to try to stay in the past, but I think he's going to be required to come back with the rest of the crew.
That's what I would prefer.
I'm-
And Paul in the audience is like, how can he have his own spin-off? It's true. I want Captain Rios. So please, he has to come back to the future. He can't stay in the past. I'm with you on that, Marcelo. I don't want him to stay in the. But there's I'm just getting vibes that he because he says he's trying not to think of Dr. Teresa, and I don't know. I'm getting strong vibes from the character that the character's like thinking about it.
The other thing is I feel that Akiva Goldsman and Terry Matalis really shortchanged. Like I really liked Girardi and Rios as a couple, or as a potential couple in season 1, and I feel like I got shortchanged. I wanted to see some of that, so I was kind of like,
I don't think they have good chemistry. Like
okay.
Like I don't know. Like when they hooked up, I thought it was weird. Because like I don't know. Just they just don't seem like they have any chemistry to me. Like
I felt like that also that connection came about from like Agnes
Drama.
Well, Agnes being in a state of madness, like you know what I mean. Like she was under the we laugh about it, but it's kind of like it's not. You guys are watching Superman and Lois, right?
Yes, that's right.
I think of what happens to Agnes from O as very similar to what happened to Lois Lane's sister in this.
Okay.
What's happening to her, just to kind of like, and for the audience that's not watching, basically she was brainwashed, so she was doing things. That's why I think that's why they broke up. I think she sees him more as a friend than as a lover.
Okay.
But the Borg Queen didn't have a problem with getting frisky.
No,
dude, the Borg Queen loves to dance. She likes to sing pop songs.
I love
she
it.
wants to kiss.
I love
dudes.
it. It's true. She's ready.
She just wants to be wild.
Well, I think that's the thing is the Borg Queen is like the ultimate. She's like the supreme seductress being. Like that is what she does. She assimilates through seduction.
Yeah.
And when she has enough drones, that's her. Oh, I love it because that's kind of like fitting with the way the Borg Queen has been portrayed since Alice Krieger.
I feel like she's gonna as she's going to downtown LA, dude. I feel like she's gonna go into like a club or something, with like the kids and like
Are we gonna get
dancing. Like
Borg?
this.
Do you guys think this season we're gonna get Borg? Like, do you think we'll see her assimilate someone and get an actual like Borg drone or
I hope
more?
not. I hope not. We can't have the Borg Queen unleashed on the world in 2024. We just can't have it.
But if you fix the timeline, it won't matter, will it?
No, no, no. Anything that happens,
So, like, for
any,
fun, do you want to see
any, yeah,
Borg running around in
any,
LA?
yeah, anything that happens before the end of the season is not going to matter because they're going to fix everything and it's all going to be wiped away anyway. So, on that point of view, if I'm right, which I'm probably not, but on that point of view, I would love to see the Borg Queen go into a club and try to have sex with somebody and like assimilate somebody.
I don't think I don't think the Borg Queen operates like that way. She doesn't like do the sex thing. She just gets you seduced to the point where she can assimilate you.
Right.
Right.
She's
She'll
not.
she'll like dance with
She doesn't need to.
somebody.
She doesn't. She just. Let me just put it this way. She doesn't need to go that far, Marcelo. Like
Right.
she can just like woo you with her like fierce, evil, malevolent intelligence.
Yeah,
And
my mind is just in the gutter. Sorry, guys.
that's okay. It's understandable. The Borg Queen has that effect on many people.
Yeah.
We got some more comments. Rio and Girardi had below zero chemistry. Rios has great chemistry with Teresa. He does. He
He
does.
does. Yeah.
He does. I
Mhm.
love I love them their interactions this season so far. I agree,
Teresa
but I
is
would love
actually
to see how Agnes reacts to the Doctor. It won't go smooth, but will probably be funny. Let's see. Teresa
Teresa's
makes real. Yeah,
actually
he's giddy.
yeah.
That's why I'm like it. But also, Jill was asking, would Rios be his own fifth grandfather? That's a paradox, but I think I think it could. I I wish I had that question to ask Dr. Erin McDonald. She might have been able to answer it. Maybe someone could tweet it at her.
The
But
lore of like
Yeah.
real cigars and sugar is tempting for Rios, but he can't stay in the past. Too.
it's funny how like replicated food is not the same as like there's been an emphasis in Picard. Remember they did it with the tomatoes last season and this season, like they're trying to show what Star Trek's trying to say, like replicated food is shit basically, right? Isn't that what Disco basically says, right?
Like I feel like mhm.
Let's bring back kitchens and cooking and farming and stuff like
No,
that.
replicated.
Galleys
I
on
am,
ships.
yeah, no, no. I am all about having a replicator one day because there's a guy who can't cook, and who a guy only has from a guy that only has one hand, basically. I would love to have my own replicator. You do not understand the shit that I would have that thing make for me. Oh,
This is kind of funny. The Borg Queen needs endorphins. Oh, here. uh, the Borg Queen is hitting the the bar scene in the trailer. So
Oh
she will
shit,
go
yeah,
into a bar. Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
bone chicka wow wow.
I like calling her Borgatti. It's so good. Have you hashtagged that yet, Jill? Borg Girardi and the Borg Queen are the Borgatti. It's like
You know,
it's awesome.
I like the scene where the Borg Queen like turned out the lights, and then her and Gerardi did the pop song, and then like the Queen was like, "Hey, I got you now, girl." I thought that was a really good scene, and I thought it was interesting that like, well, I guess all the security stopped looking for Picard because the lights went out, and so they were like redirected to like trying to like get that stuff together, and then he like
He
was
dipped
like
out to
outside on
the
that
yeah, because
patio.
she was on the roof. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Hmm
he dipped out to the roof or whatever. Yeah. So
That was a touching scene. That was they that actress and Patrick Stewart had a very good chemistry.
yeah, I agree. Do you guys? I think she's gonna go to space,
Yeah.
and I think that's not what was supposed to happen. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I hope it's very. I think it's gonna be very inspirational and emotional. I hope. Going back to the ending of the episode, Picard and it's Talon, I think, right? I think I spelled it right. So at the beginning of the episode, they're together and they're having a chat, and she's like, "Oh, you called me Laris again," which I kind of the only thing I'd like about that's funny is that like I'm not really like maybe it's just that I'm such a strong Picard and Beverly stan
Mhm.
I
that
don't
I'm just not
care.
seeing I personally am not seeing like Jean-Luc and Laris chemistry personally, but he's thinking, you know, whatever, it's fine. He's thinking about her and he keeps calling Talon Laris uh so but I still am it's still a mystery to me why Talon looks like Laris. There's got to be a reason. It feels like there's
Mhm.
like an important reason. So I don't know if you guys have any
Mhm.
speculation on that. And then also I liked it. I liked the things I loved is that the supervisors from Assignment Earth had like these little pen things that could do all kinds of cool things, and she had one. So I like that continuity when they were looking at the brain scans and stuff.
Mhm.
And so next week's episode, we're apparently going to go into Jean-Luc's subconscious and see some stuff. And again, from that trailer, it looks like we're going to finally see all these little glimpses that we've been seeing. We're going to see a scene now. Like we're going to see it like as a story. Like we're going to go and see what happened. So this is going to be very interesting next episode. But I do agree with Marcel. I don't think there was like this was meant to be like a like just an episode that gave you some, you know, fun, exciting scenes, give you more information about what's going on, and get you to the next week's episode. But I feel like I think it did a great job at it personally.
Mhm. Yep. Totally agree.
I don't know why they're building up this potential relationship with John Luke and Laris because I'm just waiting for Beverly to show up. That's all I'm waiting for because it's gonna happen. So next season, you and I, Starfleet Boy, will be very happy campers when she shows up.
We don't know how
Oh,
Beverly's
she
gonna
better show up.
be.
Oh man,
She's
she
showing
better
up,
show
but
up.
we don't know how Beverly's gonna be. She might be
Mhm.
pissed off.
Oh, but
Mhm.
still, she goes.
Mhm.
She might not be the happy Beverly we remembered. She
But
may.
still,
What would be
she's Beverly Crusher.
she? How would you react? I hope she tells Jean-Luc something like "fuck
So fuck
off,"
off.
or I hope she says it. I hope she does it. I
Wow,
hope
dude.
Beverly's like "fuck off,
Fuck off.
Jean-Luc," and I want to see Marcel. I want to watch Marcella's expression when she does that. I hope that happens. Yes, Father's in the audience. Father, we promoted your stream for tomorrow earlier. We'll promote it. We'll
She's gonna
promote
be
it
like,
again
because
at
of
the end.
you, my son like left with a man, and I haven't seen him since.
By the way,
That's true. He
by the way,
did. Oh my God, Wesley left with a man, and I haven't seen him since. That's an accurate description.
by the way, do we think that you know Will Wheaton is going to be in the third season in some capacity? Because I kind of feel bad
It's
that
already reported he's not, right?
I know, but I kind of feel bad that everybody's back, but Wesley's not back. I'm like, they gotta. As much as as much as I don't really like Wesley, I mean, he's got to be there, at least in a cameo.
I'm really hoping that they are able to. I'm really hoping that this is a stunt because I think if
Yeah, he's
Wesley
got to be
is
in
in
there.
season 3, it's a good thing to keep secret because you don't want to let everything out of the bag, right? Like and you know, so I don't know. My hope is that it's a stunt, but I want Wesley back too. Speaking of which, we saw Will Wheaton speak, and it was one of the most moving panels. It started off with him talking about just things that he's involved with, like things that he's passionate about, like some stories from TNG. Like it was just a beautiful little moment of just sitting with Will Wheaton, and I learned a lot about him, and I think he's a really interesting and cool person, and so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have Wesley come back. But as far as we know, Marcelo, you're right on that one. I think it's I think Will Wheaton himself confirmed that he hasn't been asked to be in it. So yeah,
Yeah, but and I'm pretty sure that in the conversations when they were negotiating all this stuff to bring everybody back, I'm sure he did come up. I'm like, how can you not say we're gonna get everybody, but we're not gonna get Wesley? You know,
right.
I'm sure he came up
Um,
at some point.
Borgatti, we would not make a joke like that because it would be incorrect because Wesley is of age and he's a full-grown man when he leaves with the Traveler. So there's no
Yeah.
none of that stuff going on.
You know, and doesn't Wesley become a traveler himself at one point? Doesn't he
That's
become
correct.
a god?
That's what actually happens.
I
Right.
wasn't making any inference
No, no,
to
no. I
to
know.
pedophilia at
No, I
all. I
know.
realized that
Yeah,
Wesley was an adult when he
yeah,
left the Traveler, and I wasn't like, you know, like I wasn't making any like aspersions about like pedophilia or their relationship.
yeah.
That wasn't my intention.
I
But he
didn't read it
did
that
leave with
way
a
either.
man, like I
Yeah,
mean, like yeah.
he did leave with a man. So did Spock. Anyways, we'll talk more about this on the After Dark program. But I think that's time to end this discussion for Picard and give our ratings. This episode I give a 9.
Oh wow, we're in the same place, dude. I give this a 9 as well.
I will give it. I'll give it a. I'll give it a 3.
All right. Wow. Okay, I'm raising mine to a 10 just to bring the
Oh,
average
come
up
on!
Ah,
a
ah.
All right, all right, all right.
No,
all
you don't have
right.
to change your rating. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, 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 no. I'm not gonna change my rating. No,
Marcelo, that's unreasonable. A 3 is unwatchable. I don't even know
Yeah.
how you made it
no,
through.
no. I no, 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 no. The only reason I made it through, and the only reason I didn't turn it off, was because I was with my friend. But rewatching it today, it was a little bit more watchable. I think I was just, yeah, it just really didn't work for me in the way that it worked for you guys.
Yeah, some folks are
okay.
agreeing in the audience.
fine.
Audience, feel free to chime in with your ratings. We have PJ from Boatwreck says it's a 2 for him. And Fathery, I don't remember. He doesn't do ratings on his show.
No, he doesn't do ratings. He thinks ratings are a sham, a scam.
I use 5 for average as well. But yeah, your scale's low.
Yeah, I know. My scale is really low.
Anyways, very cool. So we'll see you guys next time on Sunday at the regular time. Thanks for filling in and doing this impromptu Picard discussion with me. I had a lot of fun talking about it. I learned like especially all the Soong
It was
stuff
fun.
and everything that we talked about in the Borg
It was
Queen.
fun.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was fun.
Mhm.
7s from Edwin and Borgatti, and Father gives it 23 artificial Soong chromosomes out of a drunken hit and run. Oh yeah, he was drunk when he did that too. I forgot about that.
He was drunk too?
Yeah, he'd been drinking, I'm sure. Well, maybe at the gala. I don't know.
Also, dude, a Tesla is real heavy, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
if Jean-Luc had been like
You know what else?
a regular man, dude, he would have been dead.
He could have
would've
just
been
said
crushed.
he could also he's so awful. I bet he would have blamed the disaster on the autopilot and said that it was an autopilot error.
Oh my god!
And he would have programmed the Tesla to make it look like the autopilot did it so that he wouldn't be culpable for the
Oh my
murder.
God.
So I think that's how
And
bad he
also,
is.
dude, that there's cameras at that gala. Like, did Renee call the police? Like, I feel like people need to be looking for that Tesla, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true. I agree.
to me, that's how
But
you
he's
can
such a
like
good
take him out,
he's
dude.
he might be able to hack in and he's who knows and like take away all the
And erase
evidence.
the footage, dude.
One thing, a footnote. I'm sorry. I know we were going to end this stream, but I just want to say also real quick and put on record that the scene with him meeting Jean-Luc, I was loving that because just like last week when John Delancey and Brent Spiner were performing together, it was so powerful. I felt this was a very good and powerful moment as well between Picard and Adam Soong, but also between Brent Spiner and Sir Patrick Stewart. It was very enjoyable to watch that as a fan.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's all I got. My voice is definitely fading. I hope I don't have whatever it's called, the convention crud. But I'll keep you guys posted. Tune in tomorrow. Father, what time is the stream tomorrow? Let us know if you're still there in the audience. But Text Trek is going to do a breakdown of Mission Chicago, and some of us will be on talking about our experiences with him. I think he's going to show pictures from the event. I think we're going to talk about the panels. Lots of stuff. We're just going to break it down. And then look out for Trek on the Tubes Trek chat that's going to be about that. And then I'll be doing a video at some point, hopefully by this week, that I'd like to release just about my personal journey. So there we go. Live long and prosper. Let's see. Father says Renee is sitting in a quarantine for the space mission. Like, OMG, I met the nicest security guard who gave me great advice, and then he got run over by a Tesla. It's totally true. Father, if you don't get to post the time for your stream here before I end the stream, tweet it out so I can retweet it. All right. Thank you, audience, for joining us. Live long and prosper, and we will see